You might be wondering why I'm showing you a gearbox. Even more so, why I'm showing you a broken input shaft. Well, it all starts on a Friday night.
And here comes a brand new flavor in your ear, Max, a brand new flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for a new flavor in your ear. Kicking new flavor in your ear.
That night, I broke my gearbox again. I enjoyed every second of it. Definitely time. The gearbox that's in the car is a loaner gearbox, but I'll go into all that later in the video, and then I'll come back kind of toward the end and go into more detail about the actual events of the night. But it's been a massive weekend for me. So we broke the gearbox that Friday night. Saturday, got a new gearbox, put it in the car, and finally made it to this cruise on last Sunday. Huge effort. So can't thank my friends enough, because man, without them I wouldn't be friggin' on the road right now. So anyway, let's get to it.
Of course, we'll be taking donations on the day. You've all already given so much, we just appreciate it. This is also doing a raffle for this, and it's all going to charity. So if you don't want a ticket, that's fine. Please, money's always good. It's always going to the right thing, right cause, right people. Today we are going to Robertson Park car show. This is going to be through Macquarie Pass. Yeah, that's fine. It's all good. All right. The good news is it's just like most of the cruises. Would you believe it's all one road, so you can't get lost. There is going to be a bit of a tricky bit here. Just leaving this part here. We're just going to take the exit down that side, make a right, and you turn left.
And we have somehow made it. So what a mission to get to today. So I've got a pretty good story about this. So today I'm actually using, if you guys are following on my Instagram, you'll notice I'm actually on my third gearbox now. So Friday night we decided to go out for a little drive, have some fun, and I end up driving along the M-Shuto 5 expressway in Japan, and a friend of mine have had a pretty good rivalry for, I mean friendly rivalry, but we've had a pretty good rivalry for a bit. But every time that we go to have a run, something messes up. So the first time he and I ran, we ended up running, but my car had fouled plugs, so I was missing pretty bad. Second time, my radiator decided it was time to eat itself, and the fan shroud destroyed it. So the third time, we finally get a hit, and we're like, you know what? We're going for it. And of course, what happens? I blow the input shaft in my gearbox. You don't need an input shaft, but it helps. He and I decide, you know what? We're on the Shudo Expressway. Let's finally have our match. So we line up. I'm immediately on the brake boost, and I hear him next to me downshift, ready to go. So I'm waiting. He's on. I'm basically sitting on the brake boost, and he's right next to me. And as soon as I hear his car go for it, I let go and full on get into it. I jumped ahead, and as soon as I went to get into fourth, I was like, you know what? If we're gonna do this, I'm doing this right. So as soon as I went to fourth, I just no mercy shifted straight into fourth, and bang, input shaft said, nah, I'm done. Which led into Saturday. I got another gearbox from a friend that's letting me basically borrow it. So we dropped my gearbox out, put the new gearbox in, and we've made it to the SAU cruise. So hopefully nothing goes wrong today. So we made it down here. We're staging up basically at this little school before everybody takes off, and then we head up to the pie shop. So we're just basically letting everybody catch up, and then we'll continue on. How you going? Huh?
You at least had the right idea.
Yeah, it's not my first time here.
Yeah, exactly.
Fat ass Mickey Thompson's on there. made it to the top. That 370 is loud as shit. Look at the line. Let's go talk to Dave. You made it, and then again, you didn't get defected. Huh? Same, same. I was so happy I made it to the top. That thing's wide.
You want to give me that, Jerry?
I love these. You got these company?
Repsol.
Goes all the way back over there, all the way over there. Got old Heiko's and Mary right there. GTSR. Look at the old R35 hiding over here, plus a 34. The RX-7. The car behind it is the coolest car here. How about that? Fucking Grand National. You do not see many G-bodies here. So that's another cruise done and dusted. Man, what a mission to get here though. My plan was, you know, just to jump in with someone and just, you know, film the day as it went from someone else's car. I didn't plan on driving at all. And one of my buddies goes, "Hey man, I've got a spare box, you can use it." So I'm like, all right, well, we could probably get it all done within the time period because we've only got, you know, a couple of hours on Saturday because I've got somewhere to be in the afternoon. He's like, yeah, man, we can smash it out, no problem. So, fast forward to Saturday lunchtime, I go pick up the gearbox, pick him up, and we put my car on stands, rip the old gearbox out. And he's got a Series 3 GTR, R32 GTR V-Spec gearbox and diff, so it's all electronic. The 32 has basically a mechanical speed reading. The transfer case, the pivot rod that's in the back for the Atessa pump is a different style as well. All of which I had no idea of at the time. So, swapped everything over, put the new gearbox in, and now I've got the gearbox again. And then on the way down here to this cruise, it was like my oil temps were going, you know, nuts. So in Fahrenheit, it was at, I think, 215, just cruising on the highway. And then there'd be different times where it would drop, you know, 30 degrees. Like right now, it's at 174. So while we were going up the mountain, it went up to 215 as well. I don't know. Overall, I think the turnout was pretty good. It looked to be pretty close to 100 cars if we weren't right on 100. They started talking about Dave, the guy that passed from cancer, and did some raffle giveaways and things like that. So yeah, look, the day was pretty good. It was a nice turnout, nice Sunday drive. So barring anything happens on the way home, it will have been a really good day. All right, so what an epic weekend that was. Blown a gearbox, put a new gearbox back in. Yeah, big weekend. So that's gonna be it for me. I'm so tired. I just want to sleep. I don't know how I'm gonna get through work tomorrow. Obviously, I'll be taking it a bit easier going forward, just so that I can preserve this loaner box that I've got. I'll see what I can do in the future. So yeah, don't forget, September 15th, the pre-orders go to. Make sure you go to the shop. Links in the description below. Make sure you order a shirt. Let's get them pre-orders pumped up. We'll get a nice run of shirts happening. I might throw in some stickers as well. I went and got a few quotes for those, so I might throw the designs on a sticker, and that way there's a cheaper option as well. So you can do shirt or you can do sticker, whatever one you want really. But yeah, September 15th, pre-orders closed, so grab a shirt. We'll see you next time.